Rick, a former Las Cruces police detective, will serve 9 years in prison for raping a teenage intern. Tonight, for the first time, we hear from the victim. She was only 17 years old when she was sexually assaulted by Michael Garcia, a 14-year veteran in the Las Cruces Police Department. After the assault, she says she was depressed and bitter. Now she says justice has prevailed, and she's eager to break her silence and begin her road to recovery. From our New Mexico Mobile Newsroom, reporter Josie Ortegon brings us a story of courage you'll see only on ABC 7.
I was able to see Michael Garcia get sentenced today. It was a very uplifting moment.
Diana Guerrero waited 3.5 years for justice.
This really whole dark cloud just literally blew away.
Diana was only 13 years old when she began an internship at the Las Cruces Police Department. She dreamt of one day joining the force.
Yeah, I was ready to become a police officer. I was ready to help and heal the world. I thought I was like a superhero.
But that all changed in May 2011. When Diana was a 17-year-old Mayfield High School student, she went on a ride-along with former detective Michael Garcia to a crime scene. Garcia was supposed to take Diana back to school in his unmarked car. Instead, he took her to a secluded area and raped her. Diana has since learned he was HIV positive at the time. She didn't say a word about the attack and never went on a ride-along ever again.
I thought it was my fault. I thought I did something wrong. I thought, it's your fault. You agreed to go on ride-alongs that day. It's your fault. You put yourself in that position. You put yourself to love something so much, and you put your guard down. And I mean, you wouldn't put your guard down with the police officer, right? But I did. I put my trust in his hands.
She says she suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, and anxiety. Diana says she was angry and bitter at the world.
I couldn't comprehend. I couldn't, why me? What did I do so wrong?
In 2013, Diana ran into a detective she had interned with. The detective asked why Diana had stopped interning.
I just blurted it out. And once I blurted it out, it literally felt like throw up. I could not catch my breath. I could not realize what I had just said. And I didn't want to go through with it.
A swift criminal investigation followed. Michael Garcia admitted to the allegations and was charged with criminal sexual penetration and criminal sexual contact. Last week, he was sentenced in this Las Cruces federal courthouse to 9 years in prison. Justice was served.
Just taking care of his secret, and I decided that it was not going to happen anymore.
Coming forward was the hardest decision of her life, she says, and wants other sexual assault victims to know they're not alone.
You always just feel like you had some part and it was your fault, but it wasn't. There's no need to hold it in.
She now wants to pursue a career in nutrition. She's ready to close this painful chapter and move on.
I have to deal with this for the rest of my life, but you know what? Hard part's over. You get to move on, fresh start. You get to breathe.
Josie Ortegon, ABC 7.
Thanks for sharing that story. By the way, it's ordinarily our policy not to report the name of the rape victims. We're using Diana's because she wanted to share her story about the obstacles she's overcome. In July, Garcia pleaded guilty to molesting a young girl between 2004 and 2009. He has not been sentenced yet in that case.